everyone, this is Duran's Healing and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And as I began to blaze this fire tonight, gather around and contribute your very powerful energy, whether it be a like, a share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, I would like to jump right into the stones to see what's going on out here in the cosmos. And the message that's speaking the loudest is coming from your spirit guides, your ancestor team, or your higher team, and they're landing in the waters on top of a pile of coins, but I'm sensing energetically is like a return on your energetic or spiritual investment, and it's starting to rise from underneath the surface. Almost like when you see the shadow of a whale. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here in these stones. But being that the coins are not necessarily indicators of telling us what it is, there are shells here circulating around this shadow. I would like to take some time to see if I can get a little bit of overview of this shadow and what it is about, because I can see here that it's rising to the north and from the south, from the bottom level. And on the top level, what I'm gathering here is that there is something in this energetic thread that speaks to a transition that you're undergoing, or that is rising to the surface, or that you may be feeling right now. And being that the transition stone is in the earth, this lets me know it's about your home front. It's about family. That's one message that I'm gathering here. But the other is it may be a transition within you is what I'm hearing here. Something changing in you that is really turning the tides of things. And this transition, whether it's within your family system, your home front, or within you, either way, this energy is here to make something visible, to make you visible, to make things get to the other side. Something in this is rising up to rise up is what I'm gathering here in this first download that I'm picking up. But I'm also gathering here this shadow is also about intimate relationships, people, your heart, and something ancient. Yet what I'm downloading here is that some of you in the collective poured into yourself on such a profound level, so much so that the people around you are starting to reap the benefits. As this energy rises, some of you in the collective may be feeling this change in your finances, maybe feeling this change in your energy, and the people closest to you are the beneficiaries of that change, of that return is what I'm gathering here, because the coins are rising up in this ring, matching the very energy that you poured in on yourself. And this is due to your heart being so expanded. You expanding yourself out so far due to your one love of humanity. But also too, it has to do with your very unique skill to move and maneuver through energies. And somehow something cued you in on the market and where to invest your energetic currency. And now the tide has turned. Now this change is here. You're starting to see the residual effect in the increase of the margins. But something here cued you in. You knew it in your bones, because something here about ancientness. Some of you in the collective have been here for quite some time. Your soul has reoccurred many times over. And now that this transition is here, there is something reflecting back to you about nurturing in a higher identity, a higher frequency to this paradigm. And now that this transition is here, this shadow is merging, creating this very profound transition in the world around you. The ancient information in your bone is activating you to be here to confirm people's spiritual identity, their rise to the occasion. It's like the wave is hitting, but you've already sitting here. You're already queued out here in the paradigm, waiting for people to tell you about the rise, this transition that you already knew about. You knew it was coming, is what I'm gathering here, because you're feeling it firsthand. Very interesting message in this shadow. And I would like to take a dive at the bottom level as this energy rises, because there's something brewing up very methodically, is what I'm seeing here in the stones. The way the shells are falling are in such a unique fashion, like there is a streamline of communication here, but it's from one level to the next level to the next level, all running together. And I would like to take a dive in the underbelly of this shadow of a well that I was seeing here rise up. There's a reason for this rise, is what I'm gathering here. And what I'm downloading in the shells is that there is something sophisticated being cued, or a communication surrounding frequency being rippled out in the orbit, in the cosmos, cueing you into something brewing, something happening here in the undercurrent. But this cue that I'm gathering is more like whenever your body tells you you're thirsty. It doesn't say it using words. There is this energetic cue that your body senses, or that you start to sense, that lets you know, I need to get something to drink. That is what I'm picking up on in this sophistication stone. There is a signal being sent out, and it's next to the community ring, alerting you, one, that something in the paradigm around you is missing a proper leader. There's something missing in the community, and somehow the signal is being sent out to you, letting you know it's time to rise. That's what this energy is about, rising you to the information that you're getting about something that's missing, something that your body is needing. But this body is more about this cosmic alerting you. The information that you're receiving is alerting you to rise up for something. That is what I'm getting here in the stones. But the other message that I'm downloading is that your sophistication is also picking up this second wave, this second frequency that is hearing or cueing itself in to alert the energies of something. Because both of the bells are here. They're so cued in, guys. And it's alerting you on a deeper, more hidden information system or informational channel here, and it's buried underneath. But I'm seeing that this communication that's being sent out is because of your gift. Oh, because your personal medicine here is sitting right next to your creativity ring with a lot of shells piled around it. Very interesting. And what I'm downloading here is that some of you in the collective have quietly hidden or preserved a very powerful energetic source, or energy source that has kind of developed its own energetic field, like it has its own identity. And it's about something you're creating, something you're cultivating in the shadows. underneath the shadows, is hidden behind the veil, That lets me know the common person in your world, some of the closest people to you, don't even know about this. You're preserving this energy and it's fueling itself energetically so much. It has the capacity to send out communication, send out frequencies out, send out information, like words, through a channel, through some means. Here is what I'm downloading, and it has cued in your sophistication. It's almost like it has reached a certain destiny energetically, and it's cueing in your sophistication, alerting it, giving it the proper vibration to let it know it can rise, giving it the okay to rise. Yeah, it's like once your body knows that it's thirsty, that was the original signal, letting you know that something is missing in community, something was absent. But this creativity is more about it sending this powerful energy through your body, getting you up, letting you physically go into the refrigerator, pouring yourself a glass of water. That's the energy that I'm gathering here in the undercurrent. And all of these communications, this very methodical and scientific wave of energy at the bottom level is causing this whale to rise, causing this shadow to appear underneath, letting you know the return on your investment is here, is starting to rise, hitting the very people closest to you. That's why it's rising to the surface. Very large message here in the stones. And at this time, I would like to pull some cards to break this energy down for us a bit. Very interesting message. I would like to pull cards on this transition that is occurring. Yeah, once this energy fully rise up, it will be felt like change. It's in effect, it's happening. And I gather information about your home front or maybe within you. So I would like to pull cards on that because ultimately it will lead you towards being seen. And I would like to pull cards on your sophistication, this signal that you picked up on about something missing in the community, and your creativity and your personal medicine here that has curated a certain energetic field of its own. In terms of this transition stone that will hit the paradigm or force you to be seen, the cards that came out were standing in power, high frequency, self-help, security, duty, and turmoil. And what I'm downloading here is that there is something about this energy of you being in the midst of a transition that is forcing you to stand in power, stand up confidently in the decision that you make. But more importantly, what I'm gathering here is that you're not moving around or wavering during this phase of your life, no matter what is in your way or what comes your way. Self-help came out. There's something here that lets me know there is this higher knowing or this higher knowledge in you that registered in your soul that nothing and no one is going to save you from anything around you. The key to true transformation was through self-help, was through you leaning on your own understanding, was you going through the gauntlets and fortifying yourself through the fire, through the chaos, through all the gauntlets that you have been through. On one end, it was a part of your duty to do so. However, it has given you your stripes. It has given you your award. Something about you awarding yourself or rewarding yourself with confidence by what you have been through, what you have helped yourself get out of, forcing you to stand in power. You have no choice. Because this is the byproduct of everything you have gone through at this point. And now that the transition is occurring in your world, this energy is being exacerbated, it's being highlighted, it's being brought to the forefront. And you can see this change in you. And not only that, for those of you who have experienced this change, not within yourself, but within your family may be sensing this about you. There may be challenges, there may be issues rising in the home front, in your family system, but somehow you're taking a different stance than you would have done before. This is different. This is a new energy. This is a new response from you. Instead of getting out there in the fight, I'm seeing some challenges may be presented in some of your home fronts, but you're not getting in the fight of it. Somehow you may be providing self-help mechanism. You may be providing resources, offering up your service, your membership in the family's role, and your duty to be there more like help, more like assistance instead of getting in the middle of the fight. Yeah, and this mode that you're in, because I'm sensing this is a mode that your frequency is changing or turning into, and it is highly charged. It is of a high vibration, and there's something in your discovery, in your process, that is creating this kind of security field around yourself, not letting anything or anyone come in and deter you from that. No matter what's going on in the family system, no matter what's going on the outside, no matter what's happening, there's something in you that's maintaining the security of your energy, or a secure border around your energy to shield out the turmoil, sinking you down, interfering with your vibration. Instead, you're calibrating something a little bit different to offer up to the world around you as a form of help, as a form of security for them in their own endeavors. But the position that you're taking, that's what's changing. That is what this transition is about. Whoo, that was powerful. I can feel that strong stance some of you are entering into while this transition is rising to the surface. And I would like to take a look at this sophistication stone. We're going underneath this shadow, this whale that I was seeing here, because there's something brewing up underneath that caused you to be in this position or influence this decisions energetically. And I want to look at the sophistication stone, and it was about community. Something in the community was missing. Missing your energy is what I'm hearing here. And the cards that came out were hostility, subspace dimension, finding the balance, pause, off the grid, and history. And what I'm downloading here is that some of you in the collective have found this hidden channel, this hidden doorway, this hidden energetic field within yourself, within your own world, where it allows you to sink into a different vibration, a different energetic field, causing you to pause. But I'm seeing this pause like to go absent, to go missing, to retract your energy, or to pause your communication from people around you. I'm just seeing this retraction of your energy, but it's not a self-serving endeavor per se. This has more to do with your energetic body tapping into a vibration that is moving throughout the cosmos, this doorway, this channel, this sophisticated energy that you have access to within this subspace dimension gives you or creates this pause. Yeah, because history repeats itself. I don't know what I'm getting here, but there's something in your pause that allows you to review the files, that allows you to review history. And something in this pattern of your medical chart that cues you in on what's happening in your energetic body. Yeah, you're reviewing the files, and it allows you or tells you that you may need to refuse or refute your energy back from certain vibration. Something here tells you what your energetic body needs on a spiritual level, on a cosmic level. A cosmic medical chart is what I'm sensing here. But as you cue yourself in and review this chart, you're getting the messages about the hostility that is going on in the community around you. People engaging in certain vibration that cause them to be imbalanced, all out of sorts. You're reviewing your own file, and somehow your connectivity with the people comes up as contact members, come up as history in your family, something like that. And it's letting you know at this current time, there's a problem in the world around you. There's a lot of hostility. There's a lot of imbalance. This is why your energy went off the grid to begin with. Something cued you in. This sophisticated energy tapped you in before this hostility ensued, impacting you on a negative playing field, on a negative wavelength. Instead, you're in the corridors. You're in like this medical office. Reviewing the current and up-to-date energetic system of your body, and you're realizing, oh, the community is all out of sorts and they're missing your energy. That's what I was hearing. They're missing your energy because somehow your energy provides balance. Somehow your energy provides peace. Somehow your energy provides cohesion, togetherness. And in this pause or in your absence, the opposite is occurring. Missing out on a true leader. See, that's the difference here. Leadership shows up in different ways. And your type of leadership is very unique. It's very specific. It's very methodical, curated on the energetic base that you operate on, which is of peace, which is of love, which is of a higher healing. And somehow at this time, the sophistication of this frequency is cueing you in to take a pause, to review your energetic file before you go back out there again, is what I'm gathering here in the stones. Very interesting message here in the cards. What I was gathering here also, because there was communication between these two threads of consciousness surrounding your sophistication and your personal medicine stone in your creativity ring had this own energetic thread of consciousness, like it developed itself energetically, fortifying on this certain wavelength. And this almost looks like someone carrying a bag of tools, this goodie bag, because your personal medicine speaks about the delivery of your gift. And your creativity speaks about the expression of this gift, how it delivers itself. Is it going through mail? Is it going through a card? Is it going by you purchasing a gift card? Something like that. It's the expression of the gift that you're here to deliver. And it has fortified its own world and sending its own communication to the subspace. And now that I've downloaded it, the subspace window, now that you're in this medical office, it knows that you're in this pause. It knows that you're reviewing the files, and it's like this nurse coming in and saying, we have additional information, doctor. Here's something else that's going on. And the cards that came out surrounding your personal medicine and creativity ring were process is a facade, healing, hurricane, militant, and psyche. And what I'm downloading here is that There is something in the way you process information and curate this healing for yourself. Oh, I'm getting two different downloads here. There is something about the way you process information, the way you turn it over into healing. No matter what information you gather, your processing system is like turning over something into something else. It's like a mechanism, like an alchemizing energy here. And it turns it over into healing no matter what it is, no matter how difficult or matter how heavy the energy is or light it is. It will turn itself over. It will alchemize it into healing properties, is what I'm gathering here. That is your creative expression. Turning over energy into healing properties in a very militant way. That means there is a fire to you. There is a sense of duty, a sense of responsibility here to make sense of the information around you. People cannot tell you anything for nothing. Nothing for nothing is a sum of zero, and that doesn't sit well with you. Ground zero is still a place, and there is these intricate pieces here that allows you to process, put the pieces together. No matter what people are saying, there is something in the way you alchemize and process that still draws out the sum of nothing. Because I'm reading energy here. Something in your creative energy is still sophisticated. It's still branching off from this subspace window, which lets me know it goes into this energetic hub of scientific knowledge. And your process, even in nothing, knows how to extract something from it. This processing of your energy knows how to filter out the nonsense, knows how to gather what it needs and to throw out what it doesn't, because it can see through the facade. See through the facade of any given situation. That's your gift. Creating this hurricane in the world around you because you can see it like it is and you say it like it is. Creating this wave of energy, wave of commotion in the people around you. That militancy in you rises when you see falsehoods, when you see illusions, and it comes through your psyche. And somehow psychologically, cosmically, your gift is dispensing out the truth in the information it has gathered from the processing of your creativity and the dispensing or dismantling of the illusions. That is what this frequency is carrying. And this information has hit, it has cultivated itself. That's why it's able to turn in on itself. Because this consciousness, this level of insight, this level of information is so sophisticated, it's highly charged with profound information. And it's cueing the sophisticated side of you in, letting you know the world around you is ready. It needs to break down the illusion. The facades are being lifted too high. The illusions are curating itself into monuments, into towers. And the sophistication of your energy is cueing or sending this message to you as you sit in the subspace window, as you take this pause, letting you know it's ready to deliver the truth. It's ready to dismantle the illusions. That is the signal that's being sent up. That is why it's cueing your energetic body in, or the energies in the cosmos, to rise. Because you have put the return, the energy into this stock, into your gift, into yourself so much. The information is now returning to you, rising up, creating this transition into the world around you. Breaking down the facade is coming. breaking down the illusions is coming. A healer. Creating balance in the midst of hostility is coming. Period. Very large message in the cards. Thank you all for joining me in tonight's healing circle. And if you stayed this far, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, I would like to shift the energy a bit to briefly look over these pile of stones here that are showing up in nature. And this is very interesting to me because nature symbolizes change, symbolizes magic, this ongoing transformation. And I would like to dive into it to briefly see what the messages are here, because the second ancestor stone is showing up. And the second stone here says that change is here. And this change is hitting your perspective. I was going to say, if it's not your perspective that's changing, your perception is also changing. Your perception of who you are. And both of your nature stones are here right beside each other in nature. And on top of that, both of your wisdom stones here are on top of that. By God, doubling down on this change energy, on this new wave is what I'm gathering here. Because the truth of the matter here is that a person like you who have dove so deep in the spirit world, Spirit 101, Lesson 101 says change is constant. You gathered that lesson already, and now that change is here, you're aligned with it. You're ready for it. You're already authentic. You're already who you are. You're already vibrating on your purest frequency. Now that this change is here, you're doubling down on it. You're becoming yourself 2.0. You're immersing yourself deeper. How can you be even more authentic? If you were a witch before, you're even witchier now, is what I'm gathering here. Doubling down on your frequency. Confident, stern, bold is what I'm gathering here. And the reason why you're doing this is because you've registered so much in spirit. You've registered so much in change. This is your natural energy. This is your home-based frequency now. And stepping into the liberated side, the more freedom side, the more spiritual side, you know this is how the spirit world works. You're registering this wave as an opportunity to change clothes, to change your style, to merge with the frequencies, to elevate your position, riding the waves of the energies. And on top of this is both of your wisdom zones. It's like your insight is changing more as this wave hits. Like I'm seeing visions, these two wisdom zone like glasses over your eyes. I'm seeing now that this energy is here. It is an opportunity for you to see a different insight into things. Some of you in the collective, what I'm gathering here is that you're able to see behind the energies you've already picked up on. Before it was in your body, you registered it in your gut. You felt it in your senses through your physiological makeup. But now that this transition is here, doubling you down on your frequency, deepening your energy into the spirit world, your insight is shifting. Your lenses are changing. I'm just hearing a visual acuity test, but it's more like your spiritual acuity test. An optometrist saying, this lens, can you see clear here or here? But this clearing of the lenses is happening day to day. What I'm gathering here is some of you in the collective may have picked up on an energy before, like you've picked up on energies around you through your body, but you couldn't make sense of it. You may have thought you were overfeeling, having a bad day, or something. You bypassed it or made an excuse for it. You preserved your energy, but you may have not went deep into processing or making sense of it. But what I'm gathering here now, that the change is here and your vision is changing. You're able to see the energy behind people. You're able to see the energy behind that frequency your body was picking up on. Oh, you were correct. This person is a different level, on a different energetic wavelength is what I'm sensing here. And this is giving you so much clarity on your journey. This is reaching a certain threshold in your spiritual process because something was missing. Oh, I see. Something was missing in community. Not only were you missing, because that was the message that I was getting here, but I'm also sensing that your vision, a deeper level of insight was missing. Your vision is now being cleared due to this change. Not only are you going to be a leader in the community, what's happening here is also that your insight into energy is going to make you a leader, making your word, your perspective, your perception to change. That is the reason why, reaching you to a certain threshold in time. This is what you've been waiting for, to elevate, to ascend, to be able to process the information more clear now, more deeply now, because there is a lot of bones that you had issues with. There was a lot of bones that you had to pick. Now you're able to review the files again with a more clear vision, with a more deeper insight, now that your visual acuity has produced the result, letting you know your insight is now advanced. Period. Very large message here in the stone. Thank you all for joining me in tonight's healing circle. And at this time, I would like to come down and close out tonight's healing circle. Thank you all for joining me and contributing your very powerful energy. And with that being said, I would like to close out tonight's healing circle, and I will see you all at the next.